there, it's Laura here and welcome to this beginner's daily dose on the hold up play. Now hold up plays are when you get to choose when you win a trick, and we're going to look at why you want to choose when you win a trick and why it's important. So let's have a look at this hand and assume that we're going to be south as the declarer. And what might happen often is that you might have this position as south where you've got ace third in a suit and your partner's only got two of them, and it often happens in no trumps. And a lot of the time with beginners, what I see is that they get told that if the opponents lead the king, what they should do is they should duck it from both hands the first time, let their opponents then win the queen, and then finally win the jack on the third round. Now, why are we going to do this? The whole point of a hold-up play is what you're trying to do is you're trying to excommunicate the two defending hands. So if we get back to our first position here, what we'll notice is that we've got 3 in the south hand, there's 2 in the dummy, there's 5 with west, and there's only 3 with east. By holding up, what we're achieving is that if east doesn't have any spades left and they win a trick, they won't be able to get back to their partner's winners. Now we know as soon as our ace is knocked out from the south hand, this suit's going to be open to the opponents to win tricks. But by holding up until the third round, what ends up happening is east actually runs out of that suit. Even if we won the second round, if east ever won a trick, they'd have a spade to play back to their opponent, their partner. If on the other hand, we actually held up until that third round had gone, let them win the queen, and it was actually that third trick we won, so we won the ace at this point. Now if east won the trick, they'd be out of spades and they'd have to play something else. So we're often looking at the first trick that the opponents play. So the whole point of hold-up plays is what you're trying to do is stop the opponents from having communication. If the suit broke 4-4, it wouldn't have mattered because they would have both had a spade to play anyway. So that's not a risk. But if it was 5-3 or 6-2, it was essential that we held up so that if the east player got the lead, they couldn't play one back. Now, the most common situation is when you've got, say, 2 and 3 and the opponents have 8, but it also comes in if you've got more or less cards. And there's one other catch, which is you often don't want to hold up if there's a big risk of something going badly. So that's why we do a hold up play. We want to cut the communications between the opponent's hands so that if one opponent does have length in the suit and the other opponent gets the lead, they can't play one back and they've got some difficulty. Thanks for watching. See you next time.